For many of us living in urban areas, whenever we open our tap, we never think twice about the safety of our water. We take it for granted. It's always there, and whenever we want, we can have it. But imagine if you live in a place, as beautiful as it may look like, where we can no longer assume that our water is safe. Unfortunately, this is a reality for many people living in small and rural communities, including indigenous communities across the country, for whom the water or the safety of the water is far from assured. Nearly 1,800 small and rural communities across the country, some as close as about an hour's drive from large metropolitan areas such as Vancouver or Toronto, have water quality that is as poor as it is in developing world. For them, drinking water advisories or boil water advisory is unfortunately a way of life. For First Nations communities, particularly this is a problem because many of them have been living on boil water advisories for many decades. It's simply incomprehensible that anyone in a country like ours has to boil their water on a permanent basis in order to prevent or reduce the risk of getting ill from exposure or potential exposure to harmful microbes that may be in the water. Working with small and rural communities for the past decades has taught me that solving drinking water issues is not really a technological or monetary and budgetary exercise. Of course, technology is necessary, funding is necessary, but top-down approaches and cookie-cutter solutions will not work. Instead, there needs to be some meaningful collaboration and interactions with the communities and all the stakeholders, particularly operators and community members. And that is the strategy behind our Community Circle approach, an initiative that really focuses on innovation towards small and rural communities and their water systems, that puts significant emphasis on meaningful collaboration and interactions and consultations with communities. I spend as much time in the community as I do in my lab, asking questions, listening to people, talking to them, getting to know them, and really finding a way that we can work together, use their knowledge, their local knowledge, in order to co-create some kind of a solution that is workable and something that can be fully adopted and implemented, something valuable to the community that can help the community to advance in their health and their well-being. For example, in First Nations communities, we meet with elders one-on-one and in groups. We hold talking circles, and also we interact and work with water operators who are the frontline staff when it comes to ensuring that their water treatment systems in the communities work and the water is eventually safely delivered to the community members. We also undertake youth outreach programs in order to foster better and more appreciation of the water among community youth for the sustainability of the water in their own communities. Working with First Nations and Indigenous communities and small communities in general over the past several years, we have been able to achieve significant results. We have shown that Community Circle approach is an effective and unique method that can not only solve issues around water in communities, but also other challenging issues such as energy, housing, infrastructure, and community health in general. It's a daunting task, given the fact that we have many communities with so many challenges. But I truly believe that we have a method and a strategy that is effective and impactful, and it's time to scale it up to bring other communities to benefit from this approach. all Canadians need to have easily access to clean drinking water, regardless of who they are and where they live in our country.